Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Off-Road Podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm Ian, and we are here with episode number 27.
27. And with the baby-sode, it's 28.
Technical 28.
But still, 27 episodes.
Yep.
That's insane.
We're getting old.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Pretty much seasoned veterans.
When's the last time you did anything once a week for 28 weeks?
Well, I shit.
Not like that. Extracurricular. Every week.
I mow the yard. Not 27 weeks in a row. But during the summer,
you sure
I do.
don't. Yeah. See, that's not 27 weeks.
Nope. I wish it was.
Get you a break in July when it gets to be too dry out.
Shit. Those are the days I hate but love because I'm like, fuck yeah, not mowing the yard. Also dying of heat stroke.
Also not doing anything else.
Yes.
Nice. Do I need to shut the door?
Nah.
No? Okay.
I don't think anybody else is here other than the dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wife leave?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
She had a dinner date.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't she take us?
Probably because she doesn't like us.
Rude.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So you brought to my attention that we have a listener from Sweden.
We are worldwide celebrities.
And Australia.
Yeah. Down under, mate.
Down under.
Dude, I bet people from Australia get really pissed when people say like, "Sup, mate?"
Good day, mate.
Good day.
Yeah. You're doing it all wrong, asshole.
Yeah. They're like, shut that. Stop making. That's probably offensive. They're like, stop making fun of us.
Could be.
I don't know what people. I'm going to sound ignorant, but I don't know what people in Sweden like talk like.
No, neither.
Do they have like a funny accent?
Maybe funny to you.
Well, I mean, I probably sound like I chew on a corn stalk. So,
hey, how's it going there?
Yeah, how you doing, man? Hey. So I don't know what people of like Sweden. I guess good job. You're not like redneck America or like good eye.
Yeah.
Pip pip. You know, I don't know what.
Pip pip.
I don't know. You know.
And so much for having international followers.
Yeah, the two that we had are. If you're listening to us and you're not in this country, like you're fucking awesome.
That's a good story.
I think it's awesome. Yeah. I've heard Australia is a very awesome culture.
I'd like to know where you go wheeling in Sweden.
I don't know
what kind of wheeling
Sweden.
is that.
I was actually listening to a guy who is from. Damn it.
Yep.
I wrote down everything but where this guy was from to tell you about this. And I want to say Australia, but I don't want to be wrong. So let me Google it or Facebook it real quick.
He was from Austria.
No, I don't believe that's right.
So I don't know much about Sweden, but my buddy Nick was just there not too long ago. And it was pretty cool. He had a good time there anyway. He was there on their summer vacation. They get like 12 weeks or something like that of summer vacation, like the entire country.
Oh,
I don't know. It's weird, but it's cool. Different. They've got paid for healthcare there. Their healthcare is all covered. What do they call that? Universal healthcare?
Something like that. Yeah.
Single payer. I don't remember. But either way, yeah, I've seen things like that. He sent me a lot of pictures. Utfart is I think it's exit. Maybe.
This is a little bit more of a pain in the ass to look up because they're not on Facebook because they're not in America.
Yeah.
So I'm on their website now.
All right. Look it up. Figure it out.
Contact us.
Contentes.
Holy shit, that's an address.
Yes, sir.
But I don't even know what the hell that means.
Well, can you give us a location?
But if I knew how to read it, I would. Hildenborough, Kent.
I don't know.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Okay, well.
Son of a biscuit. Now I'm annoyed.
You literally spent time on the internet. Why are you on your phone when your laptop's sitting right there?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Let me use that. Let me turn to the left here. Maybe I'll have better luck over here.
I think while you're sitting there looking that up, I think I would like to get out a congratulations.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's Rick and Jessica on Lincoln Davis.
The baby. I tried to get him to name it Ian. Yeah. Like he's like, oh, I really like that name and all that. I'm like, I really like it too. And I thought like, cause I try this with everybody. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to start this kid off with like
a really good name?
Awesome.
3 letters.
Like set up for success.
Right.
Short, sweet, to the point. Gets a job done.
Often gets confused with Ian.
That I don't know if that's the most fucked up way. That's probably the most fucked up way anybody's ever said it, but there's been like a handful of them that like
Ian.
Like shit like that. Like you expect people to say Ian, and then they say something completely like, and you're like, how the fuck did you even come up with that? Eon's been one. Ian, and I'm like, I'm gonna change my name to the letters E-N, and somebody will still fuck it up. Like
N.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, sometimes it's just like, how did you come to this? Like, I've heard it all over my umpteen years of living.
Yeah,
how did you get that? I got nothing. You're a special kind of stupid.
We were at Advance Auto one day, and the guy at the counter's name was Ian, and my uncle was with me. He's like, "That's an interesting name, Ian." Oh, and I was like, I just kind of like turned, look, I'm like, It's Ian.
That's let me tell you how this goes.
I don't know how you spell Ian. Maybe it is the same.
I was checking into a hotel one time, and I don't remember. It might have been like Oklahoma or something like that.
And the guy's name was Ian?
No, the chick was saying, because she asked what my name was, and I always spell my name. So when they're like, what name? And you're like, Ian, I-A-N, Boyce, B-O-I-C-E, because they can never spell that because it's hard to do. So I spell it out. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. My boyfriend's name is Ian. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And
how does he spell it?
So, I was like, does he spell it the same? And she's like, yep. And I said, well, every time I have somebody say it wrong, I just want to spell it E-N. And she's like, oh my gosh, he complains about that all the time. It goes on this like minute-long rant about how he gets so mad. I'm like, bro, I get it. It's just like, I don't know.
That's funny.
But of course, like to me, it's all I've ever known. So like everybody else is stupid, you know?
Mine's with a PH, Stephen with a PH.
Steven.
So a lot of times somebody sees my name, they're like, Stefan?
Yeah, I was like, no, Stefan. Yeah.
No, it's not. And luckily they like misspelled it on the birth certificate. It was supposed to be the German spelling, which was P-H-A-N. So that would have been like Stefan. Yeah, then it would have really been Stefan. Yep. Then it would have been mispronounced all the time. I'm like, who are you that you're like in your 20s and have not seen the name Steven spelled like that, like with a PH?
People are stupid, dude.
Yep. I just go by Steve most of the time. It's just easier that way. But anyway, back to what we started with. Rick, Jessica, congratulations on the new baby.
Oh, yeah. And that's awesome. Where we started. I was like, where did we start with this?
I'm waiting for you to get to an address. Just kind of,
dude,
chit-chatting. But anyway, he got here on June 17th on the Wednesday. And was like 5.5 pounds, 20 and a half inches long. So,
and you were saying, I'm not a baby expert.
Yeah, no, you had one yet.
Well versed in that, but you said that was a long baby for the weight.
For the weight, I thought so. Yeah, a bit longer than I think Owen was roughly that long, 20 and a half inches, but he was 8 pounds, 13. Fuck, I don't remember already. Forgot already.
So you got a couple pounds on him then, eh?
A couple pounds, eh? It's all that bacon.
Okay. Did you find it? I'm going to say he's from, it says British company, so I'm going to say he's from over yonder.
British area.
Yeah.
Okay. It took you that long can you tell me what it is yet?
Yes. Oh, I can tell you who he is. And I actually listened to him talk. So he kind of has that like Australian, European, British accent combo. Mm-hmm. But so it's Jim Marston.
Okay.
Who is the creator and owner of Giggle Pen.
Oh.
You've heard of their winches, I'm sure. He was on the Talent Tank. I just love
saying that.
Giggle Pen.
Giggle Pen.
So he was on the Talent Tank podcast. I don't know when this episode was out. It was in the last couple. I was just listening to it today. Mm-hmm. He goes through and talks about his entire start in life and all this and how he went to school and all that. And then basically said, hell with this. I'm going to start my own company. And then it was funny because he goes through and starts telling how he can't, because he's like, how the hell did you come up with Giggle Pen? Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, he didn't like that any of the, he wanted to start like an automotive shop.
Yeah.
And he didn't like any of the names with like motors or autos or any of that in there. And so he's like, I was trying to come up with something that you like would get the concept that it's an automotive repair shop, but it is not, doesn't say motors or autos in it. So he's like, well, we were sitting around the pub and all this shit. And it was like, my dad just walks in and just says Giggle Pen. And I was grinding at the time, so I need to go back and listen to it because I don't think I don't think it actually has a meaning, but I feel like he explained what they thought it meant or something like that. That is something completely like, oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I didn't like it at first, but then about 3 pints later, he said that was the name, Giggle Pen.
3 pints later.
Yeah. And I'm like, I just picture him and a couple of his buddies sitting around this pub, just like pounding beers going, fuck yeah, it's great.
That's like summer shine.
Yeah. Just sitting around, figured it out.
I wasn't keen on it when it happened, but then I settled. I was like, okay, it'll work. And it seems to work. People like it.
But yeah, it was a pretty neat episode. I had that down in my notes, which is interesting. We were talking about that.
Giggle Pen. It took that long to get to Giggle Pen.
Yeah.
Good grief. What are you doing now?
Apparently it is slang.
Slang. Giggle Pen.
Tell me what the fuck it means.
I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Understand what it's telling me what slang is. I'm like, I know what the fuck slang is. What the hell does that word means?
Well, either way,
definition of slang. All right, fuck
you. Keep reading that. You figure that out.
So anyway,
welcome to all our new listeners.
This is my last thing I got to say about that. He goes through and talks about how they came up because on Giggle Pen is a 24 volt dual motor winch.
Yes.
So he came up with the idea and like trial and error on how they came up with the concept of this dual motor winch. That's just fast as fuck. And it is a very, very, very interesting listen. So check it out. Talent Tank Podcast.
Talent Tank.
Trip Nichols. Wyatt Pemberton.
Nichols.
Same guy.
What?
That's the same guy. I didn't know this, but I learned this.
Who's Trip Nichols?
Wyatt Pemberton. That's just what he goes by. Don't ask questions because nobody knows. But I have figured it out. So Mike, it's just yeah.
Okay. So that's like Granger Smith and Earl Dibbles Jr.
Yes. Same guy. Huh. Just different name. Huh. But yeah, anyway, check it out. It is badass because I've seen the Giggle Pen winches at King of Hammers. Mm-hmm. I'm not like personally, but I've seen them there a few times. Mm-hmm. And I just figured that was some normal shit from like across the pond that you're like, oh, that's just what they run. Well, apparently it's not. And he just completely developed this thing and ran with it. And it's quite interesting, to be quite honest. So check it out.
You're going to have to.
That's all I got.
Okay.
But he got a cool accent, so
he's got a cool accent.
That's what started this whole thing.
Yeah, so it's got a cool accent.
I did have it wrote down on my notes, so now I can cross that off and we'll not talk about that twice.
Okay, here we go. And welcome to all our new listeners.
Yeah, what's up?
There's new ones out there.
Coming to the party.
I know there's new ones out there. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome.
What else you got on your new stuff? Look, you have all those new notes, and you're over here fiddle dicking with your phone. What are you doing?
I'm ordering tacos for my wife.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I seriously did.
You order tacos for your wife?
No, from my wife.
Can I
from
get
her
tacos
dinner?
from my wife?
Yeah, you want? She's a Toro Loco. Oh, I just got 2 like regular beef tacos.
I want like street tacos from Fernando's.
Yeah, that's not what we're getting. Okay. We're getting shit tacos. So
I had them over the weekend.
Who? Fernando's. That's just so good.
So good.
The only better one is there's a little shack. Like I swear to God, this thing's like 3 porta potties put together up in Anarga. Oh. And there's a little, they call him the Taco Man. And I mean, what a better fucking name to have, right?
Little burrito boy.
Dude, so the fire department does a cash bash there and you can go and they set up, it's like a taco assembly station.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like $1 or $1.50 a taco, whatever the fuck it was. Maybe it's $1 because that seems really cheap.
It's cheap.
But you just walk up and you just give them a number. Like it's a carnitas taco. Like there's no like, oh, I want beef or chicken. No, it's carnitas.
That's all you get.
Done.
Okay.
So you literally just walk up and just like 10. Like that's the only ordering system they have. Like you just give them a number. You don't be like, hey, how's it going? Because they don't give a fuck. Like they don't want to talk to you. They just want to sell you tacos. You just 10. So then the guy's like 10, and then they throw fucking the shells on the grill. Then they pull this big old fucking pile of meat and warm some shit up, throw it on there, and then you get all the lime. They got cilantro. fresh cut onion in like big aluminum foil tubs, and then they just got lime wedges in the tubs, so you get like a handful of lime wedges for like all your tacos.
Yes,
loaded up with fresh cilantro, fresh onion, and like.
Is this like always there, or is it just when they're doing that thing?
Just when they're doing the thing. Oh, but they own the little. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that owns a little shack, and you can go in and like order your shit. They have like all the glass bottle sodas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, it's so good.
Only carnitas at his shack too?
No, they got all kinds of shit there, but this is just what they had at the Cash Bash the one time.
I'm so excited to go see this 3 porta potties stapled together.
Dude, it's a little, I mean, there might be like one table, like one 4-person table in there. And that's like if 2 people had to order, they'd be sitting on your table kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's great food. Great food.
And off we go to get tacos.
Yeah, now, well, yeah. What'd you get done this week?
Today I tore the front end. I took the front axle out for underneath Loki.
Nice. I have 2 things I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
And I just picked the number 2 because it might be more than 2. I don't know. So I was coming in from cleaning up the garage. I can tell you what number 4 is. Fuck that guy.
Go fuck yourself.
If you don't know, you should know. Figure it out.
Anyway.
So you were flexing it out. I'm going to ask this question. I already know the answer.
Okay.
So you flexed it out one side at full droop and one side at full compression.
Yeah. The one side that was at full droop was further than full droop.
Yep. But it was like
because there was no, because it had no straps or anything. It was way flexed out. Yeah.
So you had plenty of clearance from what it looked and sounded like. Mm-hmm. And then you did it at full compression.
Yeah. And destroyed one of my bump stops.
Nice.
Not nice.
They're cheap. No, those are the ones you just got. Yeah, those are, never mind. Well, I mean,
they're not that expensive, but they're not that cheap.
What a good time to go to air bumps, right?
What are you doing down there?
The dog's just hanging out. Probably trying to get my Doritos.
These are like the Prothane adjustable bumps at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Somehow, when I jacked it up and put it full bump, the upper JKS went inside of it and just splayed it open.
Really?
Yep. I was like, guess I'll get a hold of them.
Yeah. Be like, what the fuck's up with your junk shit just blew out sitting on jack stands on my driveway? They'll look at back by like your Instagram profile and they'll be like, this thing has not wheeled. This is on the jack stands. We do owe this guy a new product. Just saying. It might work.
Yep. That's how I feel about it.
But it looked like you still had a lot of clearance at full compression there.
Pretty good, yeah. I need to move the passenger side over about an inch.
Yeah.
And up. And then I need to move the driver's side up to the top of the axle and up. And I kind of paint pin marked where I could put them.
What size Heims are you using?
I don't know what I'm going to use on that yet.
I didn't know if you just use 1 1/4.
No, there's no need for that.
Well, I don't
7/8 maybe.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It's a radius arm setup from Rusty's.
Yep.
And the way it's set up right now is the bushing mounts to the axle like the factory setup. And then the arm just has like a U-shaped whatever.
Like a yoke almost.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, kind of like a yoke that slides over it and you bolt it through it.
Okay.
I want to think that I want to get away from that.
I mean, I would agree. I would think that would wear out.
It's just garbage across the board. The whole thing's fucking garbage.
Every last because you actually wheel your stuff instead of just pound the parking lot.
I was never happy with that Rusty's lift from the day I bought it. Well, the day I bought it, I was happy with it. In the first few months, I was happy with it, and then it trashed out the set of bushings that came with it. Were like a factory style
because
bushing.
That style setup is not built to last.
It's not meant to flex like that.
No.
But even still, like your factory bushings and your short arms and stuff do just fine. So yeah, the factory setup those factory bushings just got trashed out real quick. Then we ordered a poly kit. Well, I ordered one poly kit and they sent it to me and it was like a factory Jeep poly kit and it doesn't fit that setup at all.
Huh.
And then Matt ordered one not too long after me, maybe 6 months later, and they sent him one that was like the legit kit for it. And it had like 2-piece bushings and sleeves inside and it was so much better.
Huh.
That's life.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So my only other thing I was going to tell you on that, which I don't know if it'll work if you need space, is turning your Heims instead of having them like vertical, like turn them horizontal.
You could definitely.
Because I did that on the rear and it definitely brings them down lower.
Right. I could definitely get away with that in the space that I have.
Yep.
So I don't know that I'll need to do that.
No, but it's just an option.
Yeah. But
everybody's I guess the theory, I don't know if it's a fact or what, to be honest, but the theory behind it is it's the same amount of travel. It's just turning the Heim so it's flatter, I guess.
Yeah. That's what Chad Bartley was telling us when we were talking to him. He was saying when I go to a 3-link to do the cross member mounted upper, to do the Heim horizontal like that and then slide the bolt up from the bottom, because otherwise if you do it the other way, there's no room to get between the frame rail and all that.
Yep.
So like it's really, really hard, like the transmission, the exhaust, frame rail, all of it's in the way.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could just throw a bolt up through it, put a bolt on or a nut on top, or drill a little hole in the floorboard. You could drop the bolt straight through the top. That way, if the nut came off, it would still be there. The bolt stay there, and then you just put a plug back in the floor. No big deal.
Or you get one of those captured nut plates from Dueling Design. Tack that bad Larry up there.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Never to be removed again.
So is that all? So that's all I had was this interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it would work, and then turning your Heims. Yeah,
there's some few things you need to do. Speaking of which, I guess I'll get you on record saying this.
Damn it.
If
sounds expensive.
No, it shouldn't cost you very much at all.
Very much. Okay.
If I'm not feeling froggy enough to take it to the shop and drag all the shit out at the shop to get the tools I need out, can we just bring that 44 over here and throw the new tabs and brackets on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't be bad.
No. Evening.
I can do weekend. It's air conditioned.
Fuck. Yes, I'm bringing it here.
Yeah.
So I need to look into buying some upper tabs and see about what I want to do with that process.
Damn it.
Get on your interwebs.
Let me look this up and I'm going to save money. I'm going to save everybody money.
I love it. Hey, you know what? One of our listeners, I think it was one of our listeners.
I have to remember what the fucking name of this place is.
A thing. God, I'll never be able to find it.
I have another new product that I would like to talk about.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about, are you done with what you did this link?
I can be.
Okay. Are you sure? I don't want to pressure you into being
I really didn't do much this week. I went truck. I had to do some trucking 2 days and I had to do some polishing. I did some PYOs. Did you see those?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were gorgeous.
PY ornography.
PY organography.
I got a good laugh out of that one.
PY organography. Yeah, that was a pretty good one, I thought. Anyway, yeah, did that. Today I worked on the Jeep, and Wednesday I just chilled with the wife and Owen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She back to work yet, or is she still like working at home, or is she still on like maternity
leave? She won't be back to
leave?
work until late July. And then,
is that because of the baby or because of the COVID?
Baby. That's a 12-week leave.
Nice.
And then even when she goes back to work, it's like a slow comeback. So it's like 3 days and like 3 days for like 3 weeks or some shit.
Nice.
So I think we're going to do like early August. We're going to go up to Wisconsin for like a 4-day.
Nice.
Yeah. Might go see Noel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go out on the boat.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I don't know if we'll be there long enough for that.
That'd be a good time though.
Maybe I'll stretch it out an extra day and make it so we can do that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's your money saver, ladies and gentlemen, and Steve. Offroad Anonymous.
You know, it seems like I've heard of those guys.
Yep. They're out of Interlochen. I don't know how you say that.
Did you get the reference
Michigan.
there? Did you get the reference there?
Heard about them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like?
Nope. Apparently not.
Didn't pick up on that?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure they sent it to the podcast messages.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure he did. I asked him about a Dana 44 truss.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. You've talked to this guy.
Same guy.
I placed an order yesterday, a couple days ago. From them, they do a bunch of brackets, tabs, and shit like that, but they've got a 20% off sale right now on their FabTabs.
Really?
Yeah.
I will only buy it from him if he cuts me a deal on my axle tabs for strapping my Jeep down.
They sell those.
I know, but they're expensive.
They're cheaper than, I want to say, Max was the company that I was thinking of.
Okay. And they have the tie downs for the axle?
Yes.
Okay. But you're telling me that Offroad Anonymous's price on those tie downs is not bad.
No, it's great.
I guess I haven't done the research to like find out what they cost. Like I saw how much they were, like $10.99 a piece. I was like, oh God.
So you want to know how much a pair of them? You can only buy you can buy them in single.
Okay.
Let me click single.
Which is even more than a pair.
Oh, but you can buy 3, get 1 free.
Oh, that's a good start. How much are they? Are they 25 a piece?
Nope.
How much?
They are $25.95 a piece.
Oh, God.
A pair is $49.95. And your whole buy 3 get 1 free is $73.95.
For 4, $75 shipped?
No,
free shipping?
No, there ain't no free shipping.
What if I buy all my straps with it?
It probably costs you another $73.95 fucking no fucks given cents, you know?
To ship it too.
Yeah. So
so bad.
Offroad Anonymous has a code. I want to say it's like 20% off right now. It's FabTab, FabTab. Use it. Buy their shit. So you save. They're $40. They're not even $10.99. They're $10.
They're $10.
$10. $40. Okay. $8 off. $9.95 shipping. $41.95.
I just thought they were expensive because I hadn't done my due diligence.
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
But it's a gangster idea.
Right.
But they're still only $42 for 4 of them. So
and they're going to hold your
shipped with the discount.
And you just showed me some that you bought previously.
They were like home builders.
Well, they were done by a guy that does fab work, but they just weren't. They're not to that quality.
No.
Offroad Anonymous quality.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to pair up with
Jacob.
Which one is it?
I don't know what he goes by.
I don't know. We should ask him.
His legal name is Jacob.
His Instagram name is Jacob.
Instagram. So if Instagram says it, you know it's true.
You know it's right.
But yeah, so get your tabs ordered because I don't know how long that code is good for. Because it's on sale. Yeah, 20% off sale.
Okay, so you're on his website. Look up to see if it has axle tabs for the top of my axle.
Oh yeah, he does.
He does?
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Dude, I'm telling you, 20% off. You can't beat that. That's some Harbor Freight level shit.
Harbor Freight.
And their stuff is quite good price.
Crawleroffroad discounting right there.
I bought hell yeah, it is. I bought a bunch of their tabs the other day.
Cool. Have they showed up yet?
Nope. I just ordered them like 2 days ago. Link tabs.
Link tabs.
What size link tabs you need?
I need like towers for the top of the axle.
Okay, so they sell tabs.
Okay, but not towers.
So they sell like a truss mount upper link bracket.
That's it. That's the guy.
Dude, that's a gangster looking bracket.
Damn it. Why don't you have the other screen turned on so I can see it?
Give it time. 2 or 2.
What's all those noises?
I don't know.
Do you hear him?
Yep. It's gone now.
It's probably my phone.
$20 a piece.
$20 a piece?
Yep.
That doesn't sound very bad at all.
Oh, no, it looks cool.
Is it gangster?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's rad.
Yeah. Cool.
But I need to be taller than that.
They sell a tall one. They have a short one or a tall one.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe if I read the description. It's $25 for the tall. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. 0 degrees. Unless I'm stupid, I'm just not seeing it. The height, you would think that would be on here though.
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell me. He probably has it somewhere.
But yeah, get that shit ordered. 20% off.
Have it listed.
20% off.
Okay.
Offroad Anonymous. Check it out.
I'm looking at my phone. He's like messaging me.
The techno episode. The techno episode.
The techno episode.
I got another new product for you. So
another new product.
This is brand new to the market.
A brand new.
This has broke the internet.
Okay. All right.
If you need this product.
I don't think I've seen it.
Rogue Fabrication.
Okay.
We've talked about how I love my bender and my notcher. They have dropped something as new. Far as I'm concerned, one of the most sought after fab tools that I personally could probably ask for within reason, not like a fucking plasma table or some crazy, ridiculous, expensive shit. The most useful thing that I would want, and it's not like holy shit expensive.
I'm trying to figure out what this tool could be.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah. Well, no, just keep it a fucking secret.
And moving on. So they have come out with, are you ready? You're sitting down, so you're ready for this.
I'm good, yeah.
A 3-inch deep hole saw.
A 3-inch deep hole saw. The hole saw is 3 inches deep?
Yes.
Nice. So that when you're cutting your tube on an extreme angle,
let's be honest, most tubes or most hole saws are like an inch and a half, maybe, and you don't get very much angle out of that. And it pisses me off when you have to stop mid-notch, pull it out, get a die grinder or a cutoff wheel or something and go slice, and then finish your angle notch.
What do they want for a set of those?
They're $28 a piece.
$28 a piece, which you're only going to buy inch and 3/4, inch and a half.
They sell
2-inch.
They sell a fab kit, which I would have bought if I would have read the directions last night.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
Why don't you call these people when you mess up like that?
Because I'm a moron and just don't. It's inch and a half, inch and 5/8, inch and 3/4, and 2-inch.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
The fab pack, they have a fab pack that includes 2 inch and a half, 2 inch and 5/8, 3 inch and a quarter, and 1 2-inch. And it's a pretty good
inch and a quarter, inch and 3/4.
Inch and 3/4.
There's 3 of them, 3 hole saws. How much is that kit?
Oh, that's like a couple $100.
Yeah. It's like $199. Wow. But that's really neat that you have extras on hand. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $200.
Who uses inch and 5/8?
Smaller tube. I don't know. Like non-structural tube. Lighter weight vehicles, maybe.
Inch and 5/8.
Yeah. I don't know. I just saying.
It's the midway between inch and a half and inch and 3/4, but
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had any like inch and 5/8 tube in my hand.
I probably haven't either.
But somebody apparently uses it.
The inch and 3/4, 3-inch hole saw gets you a 29.5 degree cut.
Nice.
One shot.
Mind blown.
If you know, you know, kind of a thing.
If you know, you know.
It is so annoying. Like you can't find a quality deep cut hole saw for tube notching until now. So I ordered 2 of those.
Nice. In inch and 3/4.
Inch and 3/4.
Yep. That's going to make your life a lot better.
Oh, I'm going to love it. So check them out at Road Fab. What I did this week, which is really 2 days because I took 2 days off work.
That's still this week.
Radiators mounted.
Yep.
Minus, I got to get the tabs made. I have them made in steel. I just need to replicate them in aluminum. Yeah. I got to get that welded to the radiator. The front fenders are bolted on and mounted with a bracket. The hood pins are done. Headlights are done.
I saw that.
Interior floors are all now in and done.
I'm going to go take a picture of that later so I can ship it out to the interwebs.
Yeah, I literally just got done with the floor today. Like I was literally working on the floor when I called you or when I talked to you earlier today.
Oh, really? Nice.
I had just getting wrapped up so I could come in and take a shower.
Nice.
My battery terminals are mounted for the remote battery terminals are done. Steering reservoirs mounted. A couple other things, little things are done.
I know it's looking good.
I'm excited.
More excited. Yeah.
It's hard to not get excited because I want to take my time, not rush it, not fuck it up. But at the end of the day, when I was I rolled it outside in the driveway so I could sweep the floor and clean up the garage and then start fresh tomorrow. And I was I'd catch myself looking over and going,
so beautiful.
I'm I love it.
The front end with the headlights on it.
It came out real nice. So beautiful. So I took some pictures. I need to post them, but I literally finished working, rolled that outside, cleaned all the metal shit up off the floor, cleaned up a couple tools, came in, took a shower, and then you showed up. Yeah.
I was on the phone with Brad Prater when I got here, and I was walking around the truck looking at it because it's sitting in the driveway. And before I came inside, and I was telling him, I was like, did Ian post anything on the internet this week? Assuming that you had done this throughout the week, not just the last day or two.
Today.
Yeah. And he's like, no, not that I saw. And I was like, that fucking chuckle.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Look at I burnt the shit out of myself today.
Damn, that's a bad one.
I don't remember what I touched.
And your wrist, you got one over there?
Oh, yeah, I cut myself there.
Damn.
Burnt the tits out of my finger over there.
What did you burn your finger on?
I don't remember on
welding,
that, but I bet it hurt like a hell. It's on my middle finger so I can show it off.
Happened today. Don't remember it. Bet it hurt like hell.
Might have happened yesterday. I don't remember. There's a couple times where you'd touch something, you'd be like, son of a bitch, that was hot.
I did that.
Duh.
Where'd I do that? I was polishing something and it got wicked hot. And I touched it. I was like, ooh. Oh, I know what no, it wasn't like that. It was I had my hand wrapped around the sander, around the head of the sander, and this knuckle, my middle knuckle, touched the backer of the sander, and it's plastic.
That'll let you know you're alive.
Plastic burn instantly. Yeah.
It's like when you nick yourself with a flap disc.
Similar to that,
you're son of a bitch. And you're like, all right, I just lost a couple hairs. No problem. Dude, I still have a scar. Can you see that? Where I have no freckles.
Yeah.
That was probably 7 or 8 years ago. I was cleaning. I had my mower deck. Like this one, I had a riding mower. I had my deck hung up, and I was taking had one of those like twisted wire wheels, and was like, you know, cleaning all the grass and shit off, and it caught on something and kicked back, and it was like you could hold your arm up like this and look, and you could see like a fucking divot in your skin. Ouch. And that was like 7 or 8 years ago, and I still have no freckles back there.
Oh no, they're not growing back on that. No. Damn.
What's funny is it like literally matches the same look as like where I had my arm cut open twice.
Why'd you have your arm cut open twice?
Well, because they cut it open to put pins and plates in the first time, then they cut it open again to take them back out.
Oh, genius. What'd you do? Break your wrist?
No, and I broke my arm.
How'd you do that?
I fell off of my bike.
Oh.
Me and my sister rode out to McDonald's to get a Big Mac. We weren't supposed to.
That's a shit. We did it anyway. Those are the worst times to get in an accident.
It was bad. So yeah, there was a car coming. We were riding in the road. She was like right in front of me on her bike, and there was a car coming behind us. And I'm like, car, and you would usually like change lanes. She either didn't hear the car or didn't change lanes as fast as I did.
Yes.
Into oncoming. Now, of course, we were riding with traffic. We were going to change into the oncoming traffic lane. She might have just been a little smarter than me and not decided to go into oncoming traffic. I don't know. Not her fault though. Like it's the things you think about later, like years later. I'm like, yelling car when you're a kid on a bike means you just change lanes. Now you're changing lanes into oncoming traffic. Was there a car coming? I don't really know. Maybe it was common sense not to get into oncoming traffic for someone with a brain. So I changed lanes real fast. She did not pull into oncoming traffic. Maybe there was, I don't know. And I clipped the back tire of her bike.
And just sent you
sailing. And I went like, I was going like face first towards the ground. I put my arms out and I looked up back the time I like flip around, and I'm sitting there in the middle of the fucking highway road. And I'm like, my arms like bent in like an L. And I'm like, boy, I tell you what, I think I might have to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, we could probably go home and fix this. Like, we don't know. It's pretty fucked. Like it was fucked up.
Did the car wait? Did the car stop?
So I don't know who was behind me or where it was forward and was up and down, but turns out somebody stopped because it was like back home you had like the town, and then you had this like highway essentially that came off of the interstate, and that's where McDonald's was. So it was probably like a 3 or 4, probably not miles, probably 1 or 2 miles from there to the house. Right. So I'm like, you ain't walking with your arm bent in hell. No. Luckily, but we got like 2 bikes. So like, what do you know? Yeah. So somebody stopped and threw the bikes in the back of their truck, and then they dropped me off at my grandma's house because my dad was like in town or some shit. The funny thing was, every time I'd fuck myself up, it seemed to be I would show up at my grandma's house like bloody and like fucked up. So bless her heart, like that wasn't the first time I showed up at her house like needing medical attention. One time, well, quick tangent, I got told not to take my rollerblades to school because I would never wear a helmet. And the rule was, if I took my rollerblades to school to rollerblade home, you had to take a helmet. Well, that's not fucking cool. So you don't, then I'm talking like grade school here. Right. I'm not taking these fucking, I'm not wearing a helmet. Like I get made fun of and shit. So I snuck my rollerblades to school in my backpack and was rollerblading home. Yep. But then what happened was we got the idea to take a ski rope off my buddy's parents' boat. Yes. Tied it to the back seat of his bike, and then I would hold this ski rope like on my rollerblades and get going real fast. Yes. Well, it's great until you're rolling down the concrete and there's a bunch of rocks on the concrete, and I busted my shit, but I had my backpack on. So I like fucking head first planted into the concrete and had like, I think I ended up with like a couple staples on the front of my head, but there's like blood like running down my face. It was across the street from my fucking grandma's house. So I'm like, damn it. So I walk across the street. Of course, I'm walking in like rollerblades, like blood's like running down my face. I'm like, hi, grandma. Of course, your grandma loses her shit. And I'm like, damn it. Yeah. So this time also I show up with my arms bent as fuck and like, hey, grandma, how's it going?
I had a similar instance with the rollerblades like that. They redid the concrete in my neighborhood, and starting from the east side of this road to the west side of this road, they did about half the road, brand new concrete, and it has a nice gentle grade that goes down it from east to west. So after they got done with brand new concrete, I was on my rollerblades. My cousin was on his bike. I was like, pull me. He's like, all right. So I'm holding on the back of the seat, BMX bike. I'm holding on to the back of the seat. He's pedaling. He's taking off just full bore, and we're just running down through there. Well, it's got the fresh broomed concrete. So the faster you go, Like you hear the rollerblades like,
yep.
It sounds like a prop plane like getting ready to take off.
Yep.
Blazing down through there. I've done this several times already. We're blazing down through there. We get to the end of the new concrete and then starts the old concrete.
Oh, girl.
Which was made with gravel and stuff back in the day.
Yep.
And so like it popped out of there and like there's like chunks missing and stuff.
Yep.
Like not big chunks missing. It's still smooth.
It's enough at speed with rollerblades.
Well, you see, this is what happened is that like my feet decided that they were a Jeep Cherokee.
Yep.
Went into death wobble.
Oh.
Yep. One rollerblade just started death wobbling until it just took out the other one. And then I just face planted. I just used my face as a skid pad.
Yeah.
And like above my eye, like my forehead, onto my cheek and down my cheek, and then like across my chest and like my arm and stuff was all just like took the just
like
clean the skin.
Right?
It wasn't bad, but like it took enough layers off the skin that you're just like you're half bleeding and half just like leaking.
Yep.
You know,
your skin oozing right now.
Your skin's giving off that clear liquid of like ow.
Like, where does this shit come from? How many layers down do you got to go to hit that?
Yeah. And at the same time, my real good friend John, who was my brother's friend, so my brother's age, about 6 years older than us, he comes around the corner in his Firebird. He's like, "Yeah, all right."
Boy, could be worse, I suppose. But shit,
I ain't great.
I ain't dead.
Yep.
Now that's the thing. We did all kinds of dumb shit, and you just damn, you know,
walk it off. Just get it, walk it off. I had another instance like that. Similar face injuries with like things burning the face.
You burnt your face,
essentially.
Well, let's hear this.
I didn't have any scars from it, but we were.
You didn't burn yourself.
You know, as you're a kid, you work on your bikes all the time. You're doing stuff to them, whatever. You're always constantly tinkering with them. Anyway.
Yep.
And at least as like a tinkering person, and we were my rear wheel was making a noise, and like a bearing was going bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I can't figure out what this noise is. So I flipped the bike over, seat and handlebars.
Yep.
You know, set it on its seat and handlebars, and I start spinning it up. Well, I can't hear it. I can't hear it while I'm trying to spin it, pedal it, and get down there to hear it.
Yep.
So I tell my buddy Derek to pedal it. So he starts pedaling it, and he's like going, like, you know, fast, right? And I got my head down there towards it, like trying to listen to it. Well, if I can, as he's like whipping around trying to like get it going faster.
Yep.
You know, that upstroke pulls the seat off the thing and just tire straight to the side of the face, dude.
It's got a burnout on your face.
Yeah. He was dying laughing.
Boy, it would be too. I just straight up did a reverse upside down BMX burnout on your face.
On your face.
It couldn't have been on like your arm. Nobody cares about that. But like on your face.
In hindsight, I'm like, I don't know if that bearing was bad or not.
Wasn't my biggest concern after I got road rash from a burnout on the face.
There's those nice dyno tires that were like slicks. They weren't slicks, but they were like track tires.
Yeah. So it was like good and burnt.
There wasn't any knobbies on it. It was just
it was just straight like.
Yep. I think it made that noise.
Rolling smoke off your face. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times. I've done a bunch of dumb shit like that. There was one time we were fucking like every story that I fucked myself up on is always stupid. And like,
well, yeah, in hindsight.
Yeah. The dumber shit, like I've done far dumber shit. And like somehow you're like, no, I was fine with that. But like, this is the problem. So we were up, my buddy in school that I grew up with, his shit, it was like his uncle or some stuff like that owned this camp, like a summer camp, like a legit camp. And we would go to it every year. Well, then his grandpa would go up earlier in the year because they would dam up the river, and that would be the canoeing pond that we would canoe at during the summer camp. So we would go up with him. They'd take their RV up. We'd sleep there for like a couple, 3 days or whatever. And we just fuck off. Like we were young. I don't know, grade school, probably pre-junior high. But you had the run of this summer camp, like cabins, dining hall, archery, all this crap. We had the run of the place because they were all working on the dam. Well, we were too young to fucking probably be around any of that. So we were just out fucking around. We'd ride bikes through the woods and all kinds of shit. It was great. Until I got the idea I was going to jump over this log. We were out fucking around. This tree's like 3 foot tall, laying down on the ground, and it's just like wet and dewy out. Fireworks stand down the street.
Like, I can't hear
the dog has not been thrilled about the testing demonstrations of the fireworks down the road.
Yeah.
My wife was also not thrilled. I'm like, just call the fucking cops. Just be done with it. Tell them they're down there lighting fucking, you hear some explosions. You don't know if they're blowing shit up or what. Don't tell them it's fireworks. They won't respond to that. Tell them you just hear large explosions. I guarantee you 3 or 4 cops are going to show up. And you're going to be like, knock it the fuck off.
I hear gunshots in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it's all
Still
good.
Don't show up.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't show up for that. Explosions sounds important.
Okay.
But so we were up at this summer camp and it was wet, like dewy in the morning. I'd fucking jump off this log and like slip because the log was wet. Yeah. So I slip off of this thing and literally land like if you were going to like shoulder through a wall, I landed like that on the ground, on the grass, like squishy ass, wet grass, like boom. I'm like, boy, that fucking hurt. And, you know, of course, your buddy thinks it's hilarious and this, that, and the other. And you're like, well, it was probably pretty funny. And you're like, my fucking arm hurts. And it's kind of like a really bad headache for your arm is how I would describe that one. So we go back and I think his aunt was like the nurse or some shit for the camp because she's an actual nurse. And she's looking at it and she's like bending it all over. And they're like, no, it doesn't look broken or anything. It wasn't bruised or anything like that. I'm like, well, it hurts like fuck. So she's like, no, it's probably fine. So I got like some kids Advil or Tylenol or whatever the fucking like get the hell out of here. So we take off riding these mountain bikes back down this dirt road. And I'm like, bro, this hurts. Like this hurts. And you know, like, you know, maybe kind of being a bitch. I don't know, but like it hurt. Yeah. So I go home, we get back. We didn't leave early. We just hung out the next day. Went home, get home, and they're like, you know, Ian busted his ass off this tree and his arm hurt. It still hurts. And of course, my dad is like Mr. Doctor. And like, we didn't go to the doctor unless we like shit was pointing the wrong way kind of thing. And as you've heard, that's when we go to the doctor. We're like, can we fix this at home? No, maybe we should probably go to the doctor. Yeah. So we go to the doctor and my mom goes with me and the doctor looks at it. He's bending it all over and shit. I'm like, ow, ow, ow. I'm like, shut up, kid. Yeah. Right. And the doctor's like, I don't think it's broke. It's not bruised or anything. Cause they gave me like Tylenol and told me to sleep it off the next night, you know, like take a nap, whatever. Then we go the next day. The doctor's like, nope, it's not broken. It's not bruised. It's fine. He's probably just fucking being a wuss or whatever. Yeah. She's like, I want an x-ray. And he's like, no, I don't think that. She's like, nope, I want an x-ray. We're here. Let's get one. Be done. And so we go get an x-ray and the doctor comes back in at the x-ray paper and whips it up on the wall. And he's like, yep, it's broke. And I'm like, well, I told y'all it fucking hurt. Like, I wasn't just being a bitch. Like, damn it.
Not even fractured. It broke.
And I swear to God, you took that.
Over here just flailing around.
They're bending this shit all over. I'm riding mountain bikes with this thing. Like, oh, take some Tylenol. You'll be fine. Oh, this shit is fucking broke. It's literally like somebody drew a pencil line on the x-ray across the bone. But yeah, it was broke.
Huh. On your upper arm?
Yeah, it was like right up here.
Wow.
But
nurse lady, what do you call that?
What is a broken arm? Humerus? A humerus?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe that's why I'm so funny. Blew it out
because you got 3 of them instead of 2.
Yeah, but yeah. So the worst part was that was still when it was cool to get a cast.
Thanks, taco lady.
Taco delivery. That was when it was cool to get a cast as a kid. You know, like you're like, fuck, dude, you got a cast. That's so cool. I didn't get a cast for it.
No,
I was pissed. Aww. I'm like, at least if I could get a kid, because like as a kid, you don't care, right? You just like, I want to fucking get a cast. Yeah. It was broke, but I didn't get a cast because it was so high up on my arm. So they just had to like ace wrap my arm and put it in a sling. Lame. So now I'm just that wiener sitting in class with like a broken arm bandage with like a wrap. I'm like a fucking burrito.
If they gave you a cast, you'd have been a cool kid and you'd have pulled so much.
You weren't pulling that at that age, but I mean, yes. Like, you were getting sympathy. All these chicks are like, can I sign your cast?
Yeah.
We had a kid break his leg playing. We used to use those footballs with the little tail on the end of them at recess, and we'd wing them fuckers. And like, you'd play like this called 500, and you'd like 100, and you'd throw that sumbitch in there. Yeah, he broke his leg. We were pretty intense grade schoolers. He broke his leg, so we couldn't play with that anymore. But yeah, all the girls were like, "I want to sign your cast." I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna sign my my wrap, my burrito." It's fucking crap.
You got shafted.
And then when I actually broke my other arm, the McDonald's story.
Summertime.
Nobody gave a shit about cast. You're like, oh, you dumbass, you fucked yourself up in summer. I'm like, I know. And then the problem was we were competitive swimming. So they're like, how soon until you get a waterproof cast? I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, I'm milk the shit out of this
thing. What kind of time do you think I'm going to run with a cast on my arm?
Bro, I'm going to milk this fucker out. And straight up, then ended up getting a waterproof cast. I was going to swim practice with a fucking cast on. I'm like, boy, I bet this looks real good.
Yeah. Jeez.
The things your parents do, I guess. That's my fuck up story. I got a couple more, but I'll save them for later.
Yeah, save those for later. I don't think I have any other good ones like that.
I got another thing to tell you about.
I did all my dumb shit when I was like 18 months old.
There was a time where it was yearly. I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And there was the story was, it was like 3 summers in a row that I was in the ER getting something fixed. And my grandpa was in the hospital like the next year. And me and my dad are walking through the ER to go back to this room. And literally the doctor walking down the hallway and goes, hey, Ian, how's it going? And I was like,
that's how you know,
bro, that's bad. I'm like, y'all bought him a nice vacationer for, like, damn. But yeah, that's good times.
That's awesome. I was going to say, you said that your dad was like, oh no, we're not going to the doctor unless we absolutely have to.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
When I was like, I don't know, young, 8 to 10 years old, somewhere in that range. You remember the toys? It was like a wire thing that it was like one piece of wire, and it went and it looped back, and then it looped around and looped back up again, and it had a wheel, and the wheel went like in and out of it, and you'd like go down, and the wheel would go down, and it would like loop back up, and then it'd like go on the outside of it and come back around.
I remember something like that at like the doctor's office. You'd go and you'd move the little thing around.
Yeah, but it's not like that. This is a wheel. Anyway, nonetheless, in that dealio, there's 2 magnets in that thing.
Okay.
Well, we somehow broke that toy.
Yep.
And the 2 magnets were loose. Well, the way these magnets are is they have a edge on them, a flat edge, and then it comes out and it kind of rounds off on the one thing, and it comes back and it's a little cylinder. Okay. Looks very much like a 22 bullet.
Yep.
Well, I was watching my brother play Mario and had one of these in my mouth, apparently. Just kind of like just in your mouth,
gnawing on it.
I swallowed it. And so I go out to my mom, I'm like, nothing's wrong. But I swallowed a magnet. And she's like, do what?
The hell did you just say?
I was like, I swallowed a magnet. And so she kind of is like, oh, I guess we need to go to the doctor. And so she goes downstairs and tells my dad, and my dad's in his office in the basement. He goes, hold on a second. Grabs his metal detector. He comes upstairs, lays me down on the floor. He's like,
that is epic.
He's like, yep, there's something in there.
Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah.
See, I would have probably given like some X-Lax and like, here, you try to shut it out first.
Which made it even more fun because they took an X-ray and they get it back, and this kid's stomach has a 22, what looks to be a bullet in its stomach.
The lucky thing was that wasn't today, because today you'd probably be under investigation and all.
They didn't just cut you open on the spot and took that out.
Good Lord.
No, doctor's like, he'll pass it in a few days.
He'll shit it out. Gee, thanks, Doc. Could you imagine the doctor?
Doesn't look sharp.
Imagine this doctor. I don't know how long you have to go to school to be a doctor, but it's like 10 fucking years or something.
Yeah.
So this guy has gone to school for 10 years, studied for 10 fucking years to be a full-blown like doctor, all to tell some kid like, yeah, he'll shit that magnet out. Thanks. Like, this is why I went to school right there to just, he'll shit it out.
He'll shit it out. It's fine.
I love it.
Pay up.
Yeah. Thanks for the new Mercedes. Good Lord. So the other thing I found on YouTube, I've been on a YouTube kick because I'm trying to kick DirecTV out of my life. I came across, because I was watching the Matt's recovery out in Utah that you had told me about. So this is one of their related videos. If
you guys aren't checking out Matt's recovery on YouTube, go check that out. It's pretty good. He's got an XJ and he does all kinds of recovery out there in Sand Hollow.
He does some awesome shit.
Yeah. Is it Sand Hollow?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. That's a really cool channel to watch.
It's
really
some cool terrain. I had no idea they had that kind of terrain out there.
It's wild out there.
It's intriguing.
That's why I want to go.
So this was one of the related videos to one of his videos, and it's the BSF recovery team. And so I've been watching this, and it's like an old body style, like a mid 80s
Oobs.
An Oobs Chevy with a wrecker, like a dually with a wrecker bed on it. And this guy apparently, I don't understand the concept, but what do you do? Apparently this guy just shows up to these off-road events, like recreational wheeling events, and just pulls people out. And I'm like, I've never been to an off-road park that I've like, hey, let me call the tow truck guy. Like, I'm sure it happens, but like calling a fucking tow truck has never been an option at a place that I've been. So whatever. So this guy just does these recoveries, and it is just the comical, like the funniest fucking thing to watch. Because this guy, I mean, just beating the shit out of this dually tow truck.
Off-road.
Off-roading.
Tow truck.
Yeah. I just like, on a scale of 1 to 10 on like how, I don't want to say knowledgeable on recovery, but quality and professionalism. Yeah. Not so much.
Not so much. It's not Matt's.
More of a like, yo, bud, let me hook up my tow truck and I'll get your shit out of the hole.
I'll jerk you out.
And it's like, are you paying this guy? Like, there's no way you're paying for this. Like, on Matt's videos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're paying the bill, because he shows up and like, hold the wheel straight. When we go, I'm going to honk, and then you hit the brake. Got it? Okay. He gets the strap hooked up, gets in the Jeep, boom, pulls it right out. Done. Thank you. Have a nice day. But like, this is so not that.
This guy gets out of the truck.
Oh,
walks back to the cooler.
He's got his cigarette smoking. I think we can hook it up to the pedal and we can pull it out there. And he's literally using a recovery strap, not a kinetic rope. And he's just yanking this shit box that's like stuck in this mud hole, just yanking just spraying this guy's fucking truck with shit, water, and mud. And I'm like, if you're paying for this, you're getting fucking ripped off, bud. And but I never understood what BSF. I'm like, what the fuck does BSF stand for? And then I saw the side of his wrecker. He's got this big decal, and it stands for broke, stuck, and fucked. And it literally says broke, stuck, and fucked recovery team on the side of this wrecker. I'm like, there's no way that this guy is showing up and I am paying him a fucking $1. I will leave my shit in the woods before I pay this guy $1 to touch my stuff. Maybe that's just me. Clearly he has, 93,000 subscribers. Maybe they're like me. Like, I'll watch your video, but you ain't touching my stuff. But it's entertaining as fuck to watch. So I would go check them out on YouTube. It's BSF Recovery Team. Because I mean, like, it's the epitome of like, it's like shitbox recovery wheeling. It's just, it's a nice wrecker, but I mean, it is nothing more than like a Oobs dually wrecker with maybe a little lift and some mud tires.
Ready to go. Is it just a big block truck or what?
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. I know that watching Matt's, like if it was a second gen Cummins or like a 24 valve Cummins with a wrecker on the back, like you'd be in good shape.
Yeah.
Watching Matt's truck take things out of the woods is wonderful.
This like, guy, I don't think wonderful is the word for it.
You heard anything from Josh? Has he got anything done on that thing?
Nope. I haven't talked to him, so I don't know if he has or not. But
he sent me a picture the other day of him getting the back end worked on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All I can say is good things come
that
to
was
those
Monday. He called me. I told him to call me, and then he called me right as I stepped in to get a massage.
Oh.
And I was like, And I answered it, and I was like, oh, you're just going to call me right when I'm getting ready to get a massage? He's like, well, it's not my fault.
The fuck it ain't. You should know.
You should know.
But I was sending an email for podcast business on my way in to get my 2-hour massage this week. Nice. It wasn't enough. It just never is.
Yep. I scheduled a 90 for the next time. The 60 this time, 90 next time.
Yeah, I went down to a 90.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It was a good time.
Get your massage on.
So I got a technical question for you.
Technical.
And I know what the answer is, but I'm hoping someone in podcast world has a better answer than what you're going to tell me.
I'm listening.
So as you saw on the old dime piece buggy,
yep,
I am in need of a Seals It.
Yeah.
Which, if anybody doesn't know what those are, I didn't know what they were until you were telling me about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a rubber ring.
Mm-hmm.
They make them in all different sizes, and I think you can get like oval ones and all that. But
ones with holes, ones without holes.
Yeah, commonly they're just a fucking rubber circle.
You can even get them split.
With a sealing ring around it for like if you have a tube going through your firewall or through your floor. The problem is they're fucking expensive.
Yes, they're not cheap.
And I need, let me see, let me do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them.
Drop in the bucket.
Bro, it is not a drop in the bucket.
$300?
$300. Yeah, $300 effing dollars. On Seals It.
I guess it depends on how bad you want your shit to be sealed.
At $300, that motherfucker got drain holes in it. You know what I mean? Like, damn. The problem is it is literally perfect. Like, let's be honest, it's exactly what I want.
It's the exact solution.
It's just expensive as fuck.
So you're looking for something that makes a Seals It that doesn't cost like a Seals It.
Yeah, because let me be real here. You're buying a
flap of rubber.
No, that's not what I was going to say. You're buying a Cadillac of sealing products.
Presumably. Now, see, when I had posted up about that, somebody else come in with a comment about like another product that was similar.
Okay.
But I don't remember what it was.
Because that's what I need. I don't need the damn thing to be fucking nuclear proof. But
water resistant would be nice. So where are you going? Where are they going? They're going, are you going to do 2 on the seatbelt bar?
2 on the belt bar.
Yep.
4 on the back seat bar that goes to the floor.
Yep.
2 on the front seat bar.
Okay.
And then 2 on the firewall where the tube goes to the firewall.
Just in one place?
Yeah.
And then you're going
to... Because they make the big oval one, but I'm going to bend the bracket and just it'll be like a 90-degree jobber. And that's if I don't sheet metal that in. So best case scenario, I need 8. Worst case scenario, I need 10.
12.
At that point, why the fuck stop? You know what I mean?
Right. You're probably going to need something else for the firewall somewhere.
Yeah.
There's something I was thinking about.
Yeah, I do need one more for where my harness passes through, and I need another one where my hoses pass through for my orbital.
Yep. So yeah, 12. See, told you. Probably gonna need more than that.
This is me clicking up the quantity.
12.
No, I actually went a little far because I added dramatical sound effects.
I had a couple extra clicky clicks.
Yeah.
So are you just looking at because they're all different prices.
Oh, they're different prices.
That big oval one you're talking about, it's not gonna be cheap.
I didn't even look at that one because I'm just over that one.
$56 a piece.
It probably is.
So $500 in Seals It.
Jesus fuck. 12 of those is $200.
See, told you.
And that's a 2-inch one.
Yeah. Oh god, 2-inch.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
Is that
No, I need a 3-inch, I think.
How are you going to get it around the bar?
Well, I hadn't figured that one out yet.
You know they make them in halves, right?
Yeah. They make like a split seal. Those are probably more expensive.
Probably.
But what I'm thinking is somebody has to come up with some other awesome, holy shit, that's a good idea concept. I don't care to spend the money if that's my only option. I just refuse to feel that this is my only option.
Okay.
I feel like this is the Cadillac option.
Okay.
I want the shitbox beater option. Because the problem is most of them under the seat, you're never going to fucking see. I don't want it watertight because it's not watertight, but I don't want a fucking hole in the floor, I don't want quotes. Shit to fall out of that. Yeah.
Watertight with quotes.
I want it water resistant, not waterproof.
I don't know what your other option. Yeah. Like I said, somebody else commented and said that there was something there.
Well, that's what I'm hoping that somebody else has a cool idea or something, or take a piece of rubber and do some, I don't care. But $300 effing on those is damn.
$300 effing.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. Them Seals are money.
Oh, they're nice as fuck. Yep. Yeah. So that was my technical question for the day.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I've got is I wanted to bring up that 14 bolt, which is technically a 13 bolt crane cover. because I showed you that and I looked at that myself. I put that on yesterday and I was like, oh shit. Like you didn't realize it was that good of a deal as far as your clearance. But yeah, it's damn impressive. I think it's like right at 1.25 inches of clearance that I'm going to gain.
Wow.
Just by simply like welding a hole and sawzawing the bottom of the axle off.
And done.
I'm a porta bandit, I think.
Oh, really?
I'm at least going to try to get as much as I can with the porta band before I run out because I'm worried that the axle like V's and I'm worried that it's a deep cut, but I'm wondering that you're only going to be able to get so far into that. So at least if I get close, but
you might be able to get
away, 1/2 dozen what the fuck ever.
So I got a message here from Jacob and he said that he saw your order come through and he left you a nice note on your packing slip. So it's cool.
Great. It's probably a wiener.
I don't think he knows you like that yet.
If he's listening to this podcast, I'm sure he does.
I don't know. I don't know if he listens like regularly.
Well, I did make the comment the other day because he has like all these shit like brackets, not shit brackets, but all this shit, brackets and tabs and all that. I'm like, bro, if I won the lottery, that would be like one of my top things to have.
To have a...
Like I'm going to buy a plasma table and cut all my own brackets.
Right.
But like, I want like a wall of brackets and tabs. Because sometimes when you're fabbing stuff, you don't know what the fuck you want. If I could stand there and look at the Walmart aisle of like custom gusset or tabs or brackets, you go like, let me see if this one, and you go mock it up and you go, no, maybe I want one inch longer. Oh, I got that here. Like I want a bolt bin of brackets and tabs. Because I think that'd be awesome. Now, I guess you'd have a plasma table. You just cut what you want. But I want like a wall of it. I think that'd just be dope as fuck.
That would be awesome.
So, yeah.
That's what I didn't know this, but Brad lives in the same town as Wide Open Design. So he's like, yeah, when I really need something like last minute, I just go down there and pick it up.
We were we were down in Tennessee. It was Eastern Tennessee over in shit. It's some small town, but it's right on the way to Bristol. And there's an off-road shop. And the one year we were down there, there's a bunch of Jeeps and shit flexed out on rocks. I'm like, fuck, we need to check out that off-road shop. We didn't have, we'd drive to the racetrack in Bristol. We'd park and we'd camp there for a week. And I'm like, my ass ain't walking like 45 minutes back that way to go to this place. The next year we stayed down there the whole week and had a rental car so we could go into town, a couple other towns. We went around the area. So we went to that shop and I walk in and I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude, you could go in this one corner. You could buy brackets, tabs, little piddly things like that you're like, dude, I've paid like $10 for one of those because I had to have one. And I could walk in here and buy this for like $1.50.
Oh, really? They were that cheap?
Well, it was just like a bunch of cheap brackets and tabs and all kinds of shit. He's like, yeah, I like to stock just a little bit. He said, we can make more of it, obviously in the back. But like, he's like, I stock a nice amount of like regular brackets and tabs and panel mount tabs. You could go in there and sit in a couple different seats. And like, it was like a legit off-road shop. And I'm like, do you know, like, I don't think they understood how excited I was, not for like, oh my God, off-road stuff.
Right.
More of the like, I live in an area that doesn't have these. Like if I could live in a place where I could drive down the street to the off-road shop, dude, life goals. Money. So yeah, I'm pretty jealous about that, especially Wide Open because they have a fuckload of inventory. Like I've seen videos on their Instagram and Facebook of their like parts rooms and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. He said he can go down there and get just about anything he needs really.
Yep. Well, they build buggies. So why would they not stock everything to build their buggies right there?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. It'd be damn nice. So that's all I've got for stuff.
That's all you got for what stuff?
All the
Is
stuff.
that all the stuffs?
That's all my stuff.
Wow. Well, I have a question for you.
What?
What's the first park that you want to do outside of Badlands when you get the buggy done?
I don't know.
Obviously, Badlands is the first one because you got to go proving grounds.
I talked to Bill today.
Did you?
Because he's my mailman on Fridays.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, you were just happy to be here anyway.
Well, he's like, I went by once today and he had the door shut. And the second time of the day, I had the door open. And he's like, you're letting the air conditioning out. I'm like, yeah, I was welding. FYI, Raptor liner is kind of flammable when you weld on the opposite side of the sheet metal that it's Raptor linered on. So I got to do a little touch up. But seemingly it produces a smoke.
That doesn't smell great?
It doesn't smell that bad.
Okay.
I can tell you that a Harbor Freight moving blanket smells worse than that.
Okay.
Forgot I laid one of those. I was laying up under it, putting the cab mounts on earlier this week. Forgot that was laying on the floor and was doing some tack welding on the front and was like, what the fuck? And I figured it was like Raptor liner or the epoxy primer. It's like, why does that fucking smell? And then, well, whatever. And I keep going back to work. And then next thing I'm like, wow, it usually just kind of goes away. It's like, that is getting like, damn. And I happened to like, no, I got to go over here and get this. So I went and grabbed it. I looked under the fucking buggy and this fucking welding blanket is like on fucking fire. It wasn't a welding blanket. It's like a moving blanket. I'm like, this fucker was on fire. I'm like, oh shit. So I go over there and stomp it out. I'm like, well, that explains the smell.
Yeah.
So yeah, that thing fucking stinks.
Yep.
But anyway, I look up and this fucking garage is on like a fog machine exploded. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not healthy to breathe this. So as much as I don't want to, because it's like 70 degrees in my garage right now, I'm going to open the door and let this kind of fumigate.
Right.
So he happened to be delivering my mail and he's like, yeah, I saw the door was open. So we stood there and bullshitted for a few minutes. And he said, what the hell were we talking about? I completely forgot where I was going. Oh, that. So I told him, I was like, he's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go out on wheel. And I'm like, yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much just excited to take it to like a car show and sit back and look at it. Like, I don't want to break it. I don't want to fuck it up. I just want to drive it to a car show and I just want to park it and look at it.
I don't want to work on it anymore. I just want
it to be fixed and like, I want to unload it. I want to park it. And I'm going to go, yeah, look at that. You just check it out. Look at that. Yeah, it moves. Yeah, it runs. And then I'm going to take it home and just put it back in the garage.
Did you get your drive shafts yet?
I don't want to talk about
it. It's never getting done.
I don't know what to do about that.
I don't either. Like, that seems a little bit excessive. That's got to be a month.
You don't want to know how long it's actually been.
Like 2 months?
It's a long time.
I know. Like, that's when you order that way before the shocks.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
But I was talking to somebody, I don't remember who it was now, and they made the comment, do you need it? And I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I need it.
Yeah, I paid for it.
And he's like, no, but no bullshit. Like, do you need it? And I was like, yes. What part of fuck yes do I like? Yes. Like, stop asking stupid fucking questions. I'm getting annoyed with you now because you're asking stupid questions. And he's like, no, dumbass. I remember who I was talking to about this now. He's like, no, dumbass. Do you really need it? Like, are you literally sitting there with nothing else to do, needing your drive lines? Well, no, but that's not the point. He's like, the point is this whole coronavirus has fucked a whole bunch of shit up because they're out of California.
Right.
He's like, you have no idea like how much backlog they have, if they were working, previously, and now they're getting out of a hole. He said, you just don't know. And he said, the best thing you can do is just sit back and wait because you don't need them like yesterday. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. Now he's like, once it gets to the point where you're like, hey, I'm done with everything else and now I need drive lines, then you're kind of justifiably can get up the guy's ass.
Yeah.
If they still haven't showed up. And I'm like, well, you're not technically wrong.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no sense in being an asshole about it if they're going to show up. Like, they'd literally sit in the living room right now.
But you could stare at them.
I could look at them.
That'd be nice.
So I don't know. I haven't decided my next course of action because I just really hope they show up.
You haven't reached out yet?
I did once.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the verdict?
They should be coming soon was what I was told. So we'll just leave it at that.
Well, it's like, you don't need them yet, but it'd be nice to have them.
It would be nice to have them.
All right. What do you say we slide into last call?
Like a slip and slide kind of slide?
Yeah, something
or
like
a crash slide.
We've talked about enough of those on this podcast.
Boy, I tell you, shit happens.
Crashing and burning.
You don't fucking ever start a good story with like, well, I was sitting around reading a book.
Never has a good story started that way.
Fuck no. It was while we and with buddies were drinking beer. And I'm sorry we weren't drinking beer in grade school, but
Yeah.
Same concept need to apply.
Me and my buddies are sitting around drinking root beer.
Bro, I tell you what, speaking of that, my buddy's grandparents owned the little ice cream store restaurant deal in town. Mm-hmm. So we'd always get kicked out of the kitchen because we'd be back there fucking around with stuff. Uh-huh. We'd be like, grill guy, cook us some they had popcorn chicken. Mm. So we'd be like, cook us some popcorn chicken.
Yep.
He'd fire off some popcorn chicken. Mm-hmm. Then we'd go over. They had it's kind of like a Blizzard from Dairy Queen. I don't remember what they were called, but it was like a Blizzard. Mm-hmm. And so we'd go over there and fuck around. We just you just putting shit in a cup because you can.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can we make this thing stop mixing?
Oh, it was, sometimes it was just ignorant,
Beast.
But, and
gummy
then
bears, gummy worms.
Dude. Give a grade school kid free reign inside of a Dairy Queen, essentially. Oh, bro. So we'd make this shit and we'd get them. They also had the blue and red slush puppies, like the slushy things. So we would get whatever. But then they also had the cooler out front that had cans and bottles of drinks and stuff.
Right.
They had Hank's root beer.
Oh, my.
In the glass, the brown glass bottle. And so we'd always grab those and we would be riding our bikes down Main Street, drinking these Hank's root beer. And we thought we were the most badass mother truckers around because we're 10 years old, riding bikes and shit with these beer bottles. All the time, people were sitting there going are you guys drinking beer? And we're like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's root beer. We thought we were badasses. We were preparing for beer drinking is what we were doing. So anyway.
At the ripe old age.
Tangent of that.
So, last call?
Last call?
Last call.
Is it used car salesman last call?
It could be. Depends how good you are at it.
Let me just
channeling your inner used car salesman.
Complete Off-Road in Dubuque, Iowa is your source for Jeep and 4x4 axles, gears, lockers, lift kits, body armor, and more. Complete Off-Road is an authorized dealer for Yukon Gear and Axle, USA Standard Gear, ARB, Trail Defense, Warn, Master Pull, Crawler Off-Road Recovery Ropes, Eaton, Dana Spicer, Alloy USA, Rugged Ridge, and more. Come down to your local Complete Off-Road today.
Slaps Hood.
Slaps Hood sells car.
Discount code TOP5.
Shit, I got so excited I forgot to throw the code. Stop on down for the discount code today. Tell them that the Total Off-Road Podcast sent you their way.
What's the phone number?
Okay, here's my thing.
Okay.
I was going to go full used car salesman and throw the phone number in there, but I believe if I didn't, I do. Uh-huh. I think last week did I talk about having the phone number, and then I was going to do it for the used car salesman thing, and I'm like, fuck that. I bitched about putting a phone number in there because it annoys me because I'm like, I don't have a fucking pen.
All right, here's your opportunity. Go find your pen.
And now I got to look up the phone number because I deleted it.
Oh, jeez.
I'll get it. I'll get you the damn phone number.
If you guys need something from Complete Off-Road, call Chris.
Well, that's the thing. If you're listening to a podcast, you're technologically savvy enough to fucking Google something.
All right.
You know what I mean?
We'll just leave it at that then.
That's just my rant. My rant is if you can't fucking figure it out, then you
I'm not going to give it to you.
Even buy anything.
I'm not giving it to you.
No discount code. No shit. Go back. How do you order your parts? Well, I got to get your phone book out and look up no, get the hell on Google. 563-583-5363. There's a lot of fucking 5s and 3s in that. That's kind of trippy. 563-583-5363.
Complete Off-Road, discount code TOP5.
Ding! We're getting a live opening.
Live opening. Because you don't know what we're drinking. And I have a feeling that you're going to tell me we're not drinking it.
I mean,
it came out of the small beer cooler.
So
the good cooler.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not that bad then.
No. But it's very.
Hey, I'm down to clown, son. Let's drink it up.
Is it
a White Claw?
No.
I think she drank all the White Claws.
I didn't look. It's not a Corona. No, this is like a specialty beer.
Pacifico.
Nope.
Damn.
No, you might have had this.
So
already.
It's a craft beer.
I have not had this. It's your favorite beer company.
Ooh. It's New Holland Brewing.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It is a reserve.
Oh, you're trying to drink some of my good shit. Well, what are we drinking?
I just felt that, like, in honor of the stickiness, I was fumbling through it, and the first thing I saw was maple oak, bourbon and maple syrup. I'm like, this is the one.
I think I have had this.
This is the stickiest beer in the fridge.
Let's drink it. Check out Bleepin' Sticky Kids, Pat.
To get your sticky on.
Get your sticky. Hey, they send out free stickers. I'm just throwing it out there.
They did.
I don't know what kind of our listeners don't like free stickers, but go like Bleepin' Sticky Kids on the gram. Message Pat and tell him that you on Total Offroad Podcast, you heard that they're giving out stickers, and he will ship you a sticker pack.
You may need to like his page for that.
Yeah, that's what I said. You got to go like his page.
Okay. And
then tell him that you found him on the Total Offroad Podcast. And that's the discount, baby.
Okay.
Get him in there.
I may have.
And there's some badass stickers. Just pour it in there.
I may have overserved myself.
Fuck, we ain't going to measure it out. Bleepin' Sticky Kids. Check out Tradesman Experience Podcast.
We're about to get straight sticky. So we're drinking, as you kind of heard already, New Holland Brewing, Dragon's Milk Reserve Maple Oak. It's bourbon and maple oak barrel aged stout, bottled long ago.
Why can the fucking Yankee Candle Company not make a candle that smells like this? Like Sunny Day. What the fuck do I want to smell that? I want to smell this.
Sunny Day. No fuck.
And then the worst problem, the problem is, I mean, I probably would be okay with it, but you ever have your wife, does your wife do like candles?
Yeah.
Mine is kind of a candleaholic, which is fine. They always smell good.
Right.
But they'll use those, like, I say they, like white girls everywhere. You get those candles that smell like chocolate chip cookies or like brownies or something like that. So you walk in the house and you're like, bro, there are brownies baking in the oven. And then they're like, no, it's a candle.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's the worst.
Well, now I'm just pissed off. Like, I don't care that the can. Well, doesn't it smell good? No, it smells like I'm about to eat a fuck ton of brownies. Like, I don't. That. Now I'm just upset. Now I'm just angry.
There's nothing cooking.
I don't give a shit that the house smells delicious.
You put that candle out and you make those smells.
You go make some brownies. Like, that's their first response is, well, doesn't it smell good? No, it smells like I'm about to eat brownies.
You ready for the best part?
Let's hear it.
You could make like 10 pans of brownies for one candle.
Bro,
cost wise,
you could make some cheap as fuck. You know what's better than a candle? Some cheap as shit, like dollar store brownies. They're going to be shit brownies, but they're still, that you baked at home.
Right.
But like, still buy the generic ass, like, brownie mix is still better than a fucking candle.
You know what I can't find on this bottle?
What?
The IBU rating.
It's not on there?
It's 0. I don't know.
It's right on the front, dude.
This is the ABV.
Oh.
It's 11% ABV.
Maybe they just don't want you to know.
Well, because it's a stout, so it probably doesn't have an IBU.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Jesus. Yeah, 0 on the hop level.
Okay, did you drink it already? No, you didn't? Is it sticky? Is it maple stickiness?
Do you want my honest review?
Yeah.
All right. So, Pat, I am speaking directly to you. Pull over to the side of the road with your 4-ways on slowly as to not fall into the ditch. I don't know what road you're driving on, but I'm assuming it has a ditch. So I sent him I think it was it wouldn't have been a Snapchat, it would have been like an Instagram video or some shit back when I got my bourbon barrel syrup.
Yes.
I was drinking the maple syrup.
Yes.
And he thought that was the best shit he's ever seen in his life. This is not as good a flavor as that syrup. As he calls it, sipping syrup.
Sipping syrup, yeah.
Yeah, I drink syrup. It's like a fine wine kind of a thing. I don't drink like a glass of it, but you take a little pull off of this, like a $30 bottle of syrup. But like, you ain't pouring that. There's not a fucking pancake on the planet that's good enough to put like
$15 worth of syrup on.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
So this is some good shit. This is good beer. It's going to get you drunker than syrup, but like, That's what it reminds me of.
The sipping syrup.
It's just not as thick. Doesn't have that like.
What if this was a nitro?
Oh, bro. I don't think I'd like it as a nitro.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There was one beer. It was a stout, a very dark, flavorful stout that I did not like on nitro because it took away some of the body of it. It kind of flattened the tones out, if you will.
Yeah.
Maybe this one could be it.
Might have done it. What you got written down for last call? Blankety blank
Not
blank.
a damn thing.
All right, and we're just gonna bullshit the last 30 minutes of this podcast.
So, what's coming next for you?
I need to order some gears.
You got the axle out.
The axle's out.
Yep. So Chris is gonna send you all the gears for like $300.
Yeah, sure.
Got it. You heard it here first.
And then, so need to order up my gears and all that, and then I got to figure out how to put those fuckers in there.
YouTube.
Yeah. I've watched plenty of YouTube. It still isn't going to help me enough.
Weren't you saying somebody like set them up for you or some shit?
Brian?
Maybe it was Brian.
Yes, Brian has Gear Install 101.
All right, so you can get on Brian's Facebook page.
Yeah.
And get a little install help.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing is getting that going on so I can figure out how to put those in there and make it work.
Nice.
I'm going to just drag it right up there to Dubuque, Iowa and just say, put these in here.
Does the discount code work for like shop labor rate?
I don't know about that.
I mean, there's no better time than when the Jeep is there than to it's like ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Right. Like get it worked on. They're like, so.
Hey, Chris 5%? Said to give me 5% off on all of that. Yeah. And the problem is you'd probably be arguing that point with him and he'd be like, no, I don't think I said that. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure Chris said that. No, I don't. It's probably the other Chris, but yeah, it was a Chris that said it.
Chris said it. Yeah, 5%.
It's like, no, there's like 4 people that work here and I'm the only Chris. No, is somebody on the phone with Chris? Yeah, I don't. Sorry. And just keep going. Eventually he's going to give you 5%. Just shut the fuck up and get out of here. We're going to lose our partnership with them. But I mean, you got to win some to lose some, right?
That's it.
Sorry.
But you get your gears installed.
Yeah, we got your gears done. Then we can talk about on the podcast how you got your gears done.
I need to get my gears put in the 44, get the 9-inch, and get the gears put in there.
Yep. You're going to do this by next week. Like, this is the 1 week plan.
Wish. Oh, my God.
That's what I want to know. I want to know, like, 1 week.
That'd be killer.
Let's do it.
We need to rebuild my links.
Huh?
Let's see.
Okay.
Needs to be a you and me thing.
Oh, okay.
Me and Ian.
Me and I?
Yeah. Me and Ian.
Me, Ian. What do you mean by rebuild links?
I think if I can figure out how to do it, I think I would like to tear apart the 4-link not the 4-link, the radius arms that are under there and rebuild them.
What is that? Just push new bearings into the unknown?
No. Like completely break them down, take the Heim joints off the end of them. Like if they got Johnnies on the end of them.
Okay.
Take those out, new bungs, 2-inch, new 2-inch DOM tubing, new bracketry on top of it to tie your new Heim joint in. Like it's just shit. They're just trash.
But aren't you going to 4-link it eventually anyway?
Yes, but they're just trash.
So just put new joints on it.
Just don't want to do it.
The links are probably fine.
Trash.
What's wrong with the link? It's a piece of steel.
No, they're trash. So the upper links, the bushings are trash.
Okay.
And they're brand new. Like just put them in. And trash them on one trip.
Okay.
That's first thing. Second thing, the adjustable bushing on the upper link is like a coarse thread, like a big coarse thread.
Yep.
And it has no jam nut because it's not a Johnny or anything. So like if you had a jam nut, it would bind the suspension.
Okay.
So they just left it loose. So it has like play in it.
Okay.
Back and forth play.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're sitting there jerking off the air. Yeah, I got you.
So it has back and forth play there. And then the bushings down at the axle aren't right. The Johnnies are a little bit loose, but that part's not too bad. And then on top of all that, they're high clearance links. So they're like up and go in, which was great on 9 inches of lift. But now that we're on like 5.5 inches of lift, they come into contact with the frame at full bump. Or the unibody. See what the problem is?
I mean, I get you.
You see what the issue is?
It just seems wasting money on it.
Exactly. Do I just veto everything that I just said there? Just buy 2 new lower links and put those in and then buy one upper link and one thing from Offroad Anonymous, one tower for the passenger side, and then just punch a hole in the cross member and just run it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do here?
For like a 4-link?
Yeah. Like, what do I do here?
I would put it on paper and see which one's the cheapest option.
Long term, putting a 3-link under it now would be the cheapest option. Might cost me a couple extra days worth of fabricating, but I lost 7 weeks not doing anything to it all, so does it matter?
You shat out a human.
I did not.
Yeah, you didn't do shit.
But I did try to help the one that
shat out the human. We shat out a human. Yeah. She's like, you didn't do shit.
She shat out a shat maker. That's what she did.
Boy, that's a tragic story I heard earlier about him shitting like clear up to his neck.
Just like, what the
fuck? You said back. I went neck because like, let's fucking make it sound horrible.
Oh, it was bad. Like you're trying to get a onesie off. Like it's just.
Fuck.
None of that.
At what point?
No gagging. Like, it's just like,
nope.
It just is what it is.
I'm done with that.
He's just like, you just look at it and you strip them down. And you throw all of that shit in the sink or the washer.
Oh, fuck no. You throw that in the dumpster.
I got a mud sink.
Yeah, I'd be fucking dunking him in the mud sink. Literal mud sink.
Here you go, mud butt.
Dude, why don't they make like a baby bidet where you like dunk your baby and it like...
Bidets.
You stick picture of baby and you like have this like... You have like a seals it grommet. And you like stick the lower half of the baby that needs cleaned in the seals it, and then down in there it's like a circular automatic baby washer that like spins around as like, and then hell you could make a blow dry setting and it just like the car wash, and then you just go like, and like the baby kind of out of the seals it because it seals so good because it's like an $85 seal.
Like it makes like them off.
And then the baby comes out and he's like fucking sparkly clean with a little tire shine on him or something. It's just like the car wash.
You call it baby wash.
How much would you pay for that?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds intense.
I could prototype one for you.
You should prototype one. Okay. I was thinking a much simpler design.
All right.
Have you seen the Dyson air blade?
Yeah.
You like put your hands down in there and like, it dries them off?
Yep.
Let's do the exact same concept.
Okay.
Except for it'll be a blade of water.
Okay.
So you just dip the kid down in there, the blade of water turns on, and then it just like shoots down at a 45-degree angle. Okay. So as you drag them back up, it just washes everything off.
Could you imagine the kind of catch basin you have to have so you're not spraying poop water? Like that thing blows air all over the bathroom. You don't want a powerful, that's like shitting in front of a pressure washer and going, why? I hope it doesn't spray shit all over the side of the house. That's a horrible idea. The concept, great idea. The actual reality is you don't want some fucking open air pressure washer nozzle device spraying poo water all over. Like, it's horrible. Mine is concealed.
It has to be like a 5-gallon bucket. Like you put the kid down in like a 5-gallon bucket.
You're coming back to my concept. I want a 5-gallon bucket with like a seals it on top. You go and you stick the baby in, and then inside this bucket is a little spray nozzle with a blower, and then you just blow out of this bucket. Man, done.
We're on a hell of a tangent.
Some motherfucker is going to take this idea. He's going to make $1 bajillion, and he's going to go retire on a fucking island or some shit
and call it a day.
People pay how much stupid money for baby stuff like that.
You think Wolfie can get me a set of links built up quick?
Let's ask him. Call him. Just call him.
I'm gonna send him a Snapchat right now.
Listen, cracker.
Oh, that's a great picture.
Me talking. My mouth is wide open.
I'm downloading that.
Saving for future embarrassment. Okay. Let's recap. Complete off-road. Top 5% off your stuff. Call Chris. Get you a good price. Crawleroffroad. We didn't talk much about Crawl. Yeah, we started off. Rick's had a baby.
Yep, sure did. So
congrats again.
Right. And there might be a little slight delay in shipping.
You never know.
Maybe. Unless Fred's got it.
Could be.
Yep. Either way, it's worth the wait.
Savior Products. We gave their light jobbers away.
Did you give it away?
No, not yet. I mean, in podcast time, yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You're
Real
on
world.
You're on it.
Hell no, I ain't done that.
So ended Friday at midnight?
Ends to real world today at midnight.
Yep. That's what
so congratulations to Beep for winning.
And I'm not adding that in. So, yeah. Yep. So the Jeep I need to order, probably in reality, what's going to happen in the next week is I'm going to order my computer.
Yes.
And then,
hey, that's progress, man.
Right. And then I'm going to I'll do some measurements and figure out what I can figure out with the link deal.
I'd write that shit down on paper. I know I was a big advocate last week of like, shut the fuck up and leave it alone, but I didn't know leave it alone meant like putting trash dash suspension components back in. Yeah, and it's like, I got reminded of that when I pulled it apart today. And you went, ooh.
I went, ugh.
Welcome to a wheeling rig.
Not ooh. I went, oh, God, I'm so over this suspension.
I'm sure that's what you said.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
There might have been a fucker in there.
Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck. That's one of my personal favorites. Yeah. Cool. Well, here's my plan for the bouquet.
Mm-hmm. When are we going to get my 40s?
Oh, that's coming soon.
We need to make it. Well,
I'm going to Flat Nasty this weekend.
This weekend? Oh my God. Next weekend?
Yeah.
So you're going to Flat Nasty and everybody else is going to Badlands?
Yep.
Which one am I going to?
I'm going to go watch rock bouncers do shit with the radio on. You're more than welcome to come. I think Jake's coming with me.
Jake?
Terry.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
He doesn't have his kids and his wife gave him the green light, so I think he's going to bomb down there with me. So
really,
more than welcome to join.
Where are we all staying at?
In Shelby's camper.
Everybody's in Shelby's camper?
I'm staying in Shelby's camper. Jake can either pay, bribe, sexual favor Shelby. Not my problem.
Yeah.
I negotiated my sleeping.
Sleeping.
I would just show up with a fucking pillow and be like, I'm sleeping this bitch. That's what I would do. Yeah, like, I mean, I already have a spot, so I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd just show the fuck up. You could probably weasel something out.
You're leaving here
Friday night.
How are we podcasting?
I don't know. We're remote. We'll call in or something.
Oh.
You better fucking be here at 5 and we'll knock it out and I'll leave real fast. I need to figure out my schedule as far as what time, I don't think there's anything going on Friday night, so it really doesn't matter. It's like a 5-hour drive. I'd like to not get there at like butt fuck all AMs.
It'll be midnight.
But I'm fine with around midnight because then you just pull in. I don't want to sit around and fuck off, too much because I'm gonna be tired anyway. But so that'll probably be my plan.
Okay.
Do that, and then
is Jake literally riding with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
shotgun if I go.
Okay, called it. What else is I gonna? Oh, I think everything happens on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I should just have to do my professionalism Saturday. I've been really focusing on not using the word fuck in my regular
talkings. That been working out?
It's hard.
Focusing on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably just cussed a bunch here, but
yeah, well. Anyway.
But yeah, in like normal conversations, I've been working on it just because I'm like, I cannot walk up on a stage and like start talking to people over a microphone and be like, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck.
Probably not great for a family event.
No. So I'm going to work on it. I'm working on it. I got another week to work on it.
Yeah, you got this. It'll come to you like a wet dream once you get there and you're like, see everybody around. You're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. There's kids here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Don't want to have that.
Fuck.
Well, you remember like when you were younger, like around your parents, you wouldn't just blurt out fuck?
Oh, no, I would. I'd get in trouble. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
I'll do that now. Like, I'll be sitting at the dinner table, like after we're done eating, and I'll be sitting there and we'll be talking, and somebody will make the mistake, and they'll be like, how's work going? And I'll start fucking. And my grandma will be sitting there, and she's like, your language. And I was like, I fucking know. like, don't ask me about work or something that pisses me off. Because the problem is I can't just be like, oh, yeah, work's great. I'll go on a rant about somebody doing some dumb shit at work. And I'm like, this fucking motherfucker, and it's just, oh, man, it's bad.
That's wonderful.
But I've been getting better. I've been giving less of a fuck as to not cuss so much about work.
Right.
So what do you do?
I don't know.
So I'm gonna be. So yeah, I think if you can come, you should come. It's gonna be fun.
But I could go wheeling.
I could
take the donut.
It's take the donut. Yeah.
It's sort of fiction.
You could go Wheel of Liberty, or you could go watch Outlaw Offroad Bouncers as like a fucking.
What do you think the odds of me getting in one of those is?
I'm getting in one. I don't give a fuck if the owner's cool or not. I'm gonna get in one of them fuckers, and I'm gonna be like, Shelby told me I could do it.
All right. Anybody and everybody that's listening to this that's going to that show, you need to make sure not to leave your keys in your buggy.
I'm gonna assume that most of them don't have
the power
keys,
switch with you.
Yeah, don't do that. If there's an emergency, we need to move your buggy, and that's what I'm gonna have a headset. I'm gonna have I got my own T-shirt made that says staff on the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't match anybody else's that's there, but it says staff.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
No.
Okay.
But I always see those videos, and you see like the guy with the T-shirt that says staff.
Can we like get one of these? Can we like? They've all got something on the back of them. You can't do that.
Nope. Huh. I'm just gonna get a white T-shirt and write it on it with a fucking Sharpie. It's like
Make sure you put
nobody's like, if somebody comes running up to you like, no, sir, I need to move your buggy, and jumps in your buggy, you don't look at the back of their shirt and like, oh, it says staff. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. No, but I'm gonna do that. So really, what's gonna happen this weekend is I'm gonna get either chloroformed when I show up, and I'm gonna get left in Shelby's camper that will be locked. Or I'm going to have some kind of dog leash style apparatus that will be tied probably to his belt to keep me within like a 6-foot radius of him as to not get in the way or get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what I would do with me.
I almost want to go just for the show, like just to watch you.
I'm getting inside. I don't want to drive somebody's shit because I can't afford to fix it, but I'm gonna ride one of them motherfuckers. Like I'm just about was it Rugged Ridge or Rugged Radio or whatever has a fucking helmet on sale that I've just about bought a couple 3 times because A, it looks cool, but B, I don't know what kind of. Apparently, I need a helmet and a Hans device, which Hans devices are fucking expensive. Yes. So I don't know. I'm gonna borrow somebody's or steal it or whatever. Yes. I'm gonna borrow and ask for forgiveness. But
there you go.
I feel like I should own a helmet though.
You probably should own a helmet.
I think I should.
For what you're gonna be doing with yours?
You think so? You think I need a helmet, like a full face, like earpiece?
Oh man,
it's got the air plugger blower thing on top.
Oh yeah, that's what you need.
My plan is to I want to run KOH with someone.
Oh, and that's why you're looking at Hans.
Yeah. Well, most events anymore require a Hans, just because, I mean, it's expensive for a dough dick like myself that doesn't compete all the time.
Right.
But like, if you're racing in a vehicle that you need a 5-point harness in, you should be wearing some kind of head and neck restraints. Like the days of throw the old foam donut around the neck are gone because it's just like, no. They
figured out that messes everything up.
Yeah. And I also do know that Outlaw requires a window net, which I did read today again, which I think is a great idea. I don't know why people complain about it. It's a fucking window net. They're like $29 at Summit. So like, shut the fuck up.
They don't want to have to look through it or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it's not for me. I don't give a fuck if your buggy has a window net if I'm a promoter.
Right.
I don't want your shit getting outside your buggy and smashing your hand.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I should own the problem is I don't know if Hans devices are like belts where they have like an expiration date. Because I know like my belts in my buggy are from like 2010. Really? So they're expired as fuck. So if I wanted to do like a competition, I would.
Expired seatbelt.
Yeah. I know NHRA it's a thing, but I don't know if like off-road wise, like at King of Hammers for tech, do they inspect your dates on your belts? I don't know.
It is a race.
They should if they don't.
Right.
But maybe like, I don't know how stringent they get with that. But I don't know.
I don't either.
But again, like, I don't care for what I'm doing. They're fucking great. But like, does a Hans have a date code on it? Because I don't want to buy like a $300 Hans if it's going to expire in like 2 or 3 years.
That would suck
for what I'm going to do with it. Yes. Right. So I don't
use for $300.
So yeah,
might be worth it, but
I don't know.
Yep.
So I don't know. I feel like I should own a helmet though. I feel like that's kind of a cool thing. Like I could show up and do like, I feel like my options are open.
You should like show up and walk around in a helmet and a race suit.
Do you think anybody's going to tell me to not go anywhere if I do though? Like Seriously.
What are you doing? Did you bring a buggy?
Nobody asks the driver. Like, you go to like a NASCAR race, like the fuck, of course, you know, the driver's there, but like nobody IDs the driver before they walk into someplace.
Right.
Oh, fuck, that guy's got a fire suit on. I gotta leave, you know.
Right.
Just show up in a fire suit. Just walk in like you own the place.
Yeah, walk in like you own the place.
I have always said that like at work when I was in the field.
Right.
You walk in looking like a traffic cone. And literally, like, if you just put a hard hat and sunglasses on and walk in with like stripes all over your shit.
Yeah.
No, but like I've walked into places that you need like fucking ID'd and all that. No, they don't. Nope. That motherfucker's not out strolling around in stripes and high vis. Like, he's here for something and we don't want to know what. So, hi, you know.
Yep. Whatever. It's a true story. Mm-hmm. If you want to rob something, go get stripes and high vis.
Yep. If they happen to have a certain type of PPE inside the door, just walk in and grab one of those like you've been there 13 times. Craft is actually like that.
Yeah.
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 Back in the day, I had a service call. It was like a Saturday at the Kraft fucking Mayo Kraft cheese plant that's here in town.
Yeah.
You've got to go give them your driver's license and all this bullshit to get in the property. But once you're in there, you're supposed to like check in. All this fuck that. Mm-hmm. They had cut a hole in the wall that they were taking some like dock door thing out and they were shrinking that down because they were moving one of their lines or some shit. Mm-hmm. So they had a man door that they left. They didn't block it in. So that was like the construction entrance. You're supposed to go here and check in with this and then you got to get escorted back because it was right on the line where the fucking Mayo pops out.
Yeah.
You got to get fuck that. You walk in the door, you grab the fucking special jacket thing you got to wear, you throw your hairnet and your beard net on, you just walk in the fucking place like you own the joint.
There you go.
You don't even have to know where you're going. You just walk around like you're like, I'm going to the end of this hallway. And when you get there, you just plan to go like, I'm going to turn right and I'm going to go to the end of that hallway. And I'll make laps around that fucker until I find it. As long as you walk with a purpose, nobody gives a shit.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, that was the start to that shit story. It's actually a funny story, but that's not a long one, but I'll cliff note it. We're in the last call. Oh yeah, we're still good. So I think the statute of limitations has expired for Craft at this point.
Yeah, sure. Nobody listens to this podcast.
Same service call, walk in, and the fucking we had diagnosed it on a Friday. Overnighted the part, so it'd be there first thing Saturday. It was the hydraulic pump. The main pump is electric boom. So I go in, and then you gotta walk in this fucking place, walk down like 84 miles of fucking hallway through like 13 fucking doors to get to this fucking machine that is broke down right next to the Mayo line. Mm-hmm. Like your Kraft Mayo all comes off of this fucking line. As far as I know, it's the only Mayo. Like, I think they do ketchup and all this stuff now that they're merged with Heinz. Mm-hmm. But this is like your Kraft Mayo literally produced and then it's like right out of this fucking, like they put it on the pallet, it wraps it, it kicks it out, and then it goes down this fucking like 400-yard long line. Mm-hmm. So it's right there at the end of the manufacturing line for the Mayo. If you have never been in there, it is fucking horrible. I love Mayo. I fucking couldn't eat Mayo for like a week.
Really?
It's so fucking hot. It's probably 85 fucking to 90 degrees in their fucking place.
Sounds like mayo.
And it's like, it smells like not burnt, but almost burnt mayo. Like, cause it's so hot.
Yeah.
They package it and cook it all hot and all this shit. It's fucking terrible.
That sounds terrible.
Makes you want to puke. So you got to smell that. Mm-hmm. This boom's sitting right in the middle of this fucking hallway. It's a big fucking hallway, but it's right in the middle. Right. So people are walking by you. They're buzzing by you on little golf carts and shit. So I just have all the shit that I've thrown in my tool bag with me because I'm not walking back there to the fucking truck. Mm-hmm. So I had all my shit to take this pump off. It's just a little tiny little, hydraulic pump. It's not real big, probably the size of, I don't know.
Can of peanuts.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just got a hydraulic in and out. Yep. No big deal. I got all my tools and shit to do it. Mm-hmm. Got some brake clean, some paper towels. Like, all right, we're going to knock this out. So I get all it's got 4 bolts that mount it loose, 2 bolts that mount it to the motor. And then you get ready to pull the hoses off and you go, fuck, I don't have anything to plug the line. And above this is the reservoir, which probably holds, I don't know, God. It's probably a little bit bigger than a washer fluid jug. It's probably 2 washer fluid jugs.
A gallon or 2.
A couple gallons.
Yeah.
I didn't bring a plug to plug that.
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck.
So what are you going to do?
What do I do? So I'm like, fuck this. I'm not walking 94 fucking miles back to my truck. I'll just take it off real fast and just slop it over. Right? Like you can fucking take it loose and plug your fucking finger in it and then go to the fitting and tighten the fitting up real fast, right?
Wipe it off with a rag and call it a day.
Yeah. Spill a little bit, but I got a couple paper towels. So I do this. For whatever fucking reason, I forgot the minor detail that the new pump does not come with the fucking fittings that the hose threads onto until I've already got my finger stuck in this fucking hose that's holding back like 2 or 3 gallons of oil right next to your fucking mayo line. And I'm sitting there like finger up this fucking hose's ass, pump in one hand. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is not a good idea. So I put the pump back on, of course, spilled a fuck ton of oil, put the old pump back on. And then because, you know, you've already got, I took the bottom hose off first, then took the top one off. So the problem is now I've got to put the bottom hose. So you got one hand to fucking like start this bottom hose back on. Then the top one's got all the fucking oil and you're hurrying up and tightening this. Then I walk 94 miles back to my truck to get a plug, come back, do it all again. The fucking plug's the wrong size.
It's funny now.
Oh, it was not at all funny at the time because there's all these people going by and thank God all this oil is running under the machine. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I think I ended up just like fucking shoving a paper towel in the hose and just like letting it fucking drip. And I just like bust NASCAR out to get these fittings out and put it on. And then I get it done and it all works. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't grab any more paper towels when I went to the truck for whatever reason, because it's Saturday and I didn't want to fucking work anyway. So I moved this boom and I shit you not, that fucking puddle of oil is about the size of this table under this boom. Like it was probably a 30-foot circle of fucking oil in this boom. I didn't know it was that bad because it's under the boom and you ain't fucking looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't know if like somebody's going to lose their shit if they see hydraulic oil. Like, I'm talking, bro, we're like 3 foot away from the fucking mayo line.
Oh my God.
So what do you do? Right?
I don't know. What do you do?
I took my paper towels and I wipe it up real good. Now there's an oil circle on the floor. And I'm like, well, that's slick as fuck right in the middle of the fucking plant.
Yeah. I'm
like, fuck, I need to clean that. What do you use to clean oil up off a floor?
Brake clean.
Brake clean. So I like did one of the whole like look to the left, look to the right, like nobody's coming. Like I dumped a fucking can of brake clean on the floor and just like wiped this shit up. It looked great when I was done, but I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get fired because I'm using brake cleaner like 3 foot away from the end of the mayo line. Now, luckily, it's not like open fucking mayo right there. It's like sealed and they're putting it on a pallet. But I'm like, seemingly, I would care if this was my mayo factory. Not my problem.
Oh, that's great. And I have a bunch of friends that work there, so I know like what they like the shit that they have to go through. That's awesome. And this is what happens when you show up in high vis and dude,
you just walk the fuck into place. Place. You just know where you have to wear the special jacket that does not a goddamn thing. Like, oh, here, put this coat on. It's like a lab coat. So like, what the fuck is this going to keep? Well, I'm sorry, your fucking lab coat's got some oil fucking down the sleeves down. I hung it up and I put like a couple over the top of it. And I was like, I'm done.
I'm good.
Thank God there was a whole bunch of other construction going on as somebody else. But jeez. Hey, motherfucker got fixed. Problem solved. That's all I got. That wasn't really a short story. All right. I'm out of beer.
You're out of beer?
Just kidding. I got one last swig, but that'll be why
I'm out of beer.
Well, then close it out.
Are we closing it out?
Shut her down.
We're shutting her down. Okay. Well, You got anything extra? You got extra stuff down there?
All I said was, or all I have wrote down is Complete Off-Road, top 5 discount. Crawleroffroad, top 10 discount. Road Fab for the 3-inch hole saws, because you need some of those. They don't sponsor this podcast or anything, but they're fucking 3-inch hole saws badass.
And Ian likes them.
Dude. Anybody who does like...
How long is Offroad Anonymous run that discount?
I don't know how long their discount code is good for, but I'm just telling you.
FabTab 20?
FabTab. I think it's just FabTab. 20% off all their tabs and stuff like that. Their prices are already good, but 20% off is 20% off. So Harbor Freight that shit over to Offroad Anonymous.
Check them out. Get you some tabs if you need any.
They're out of Michigan too, which is
your
nice.
Opportunity. There's a lot of good stuff out of Michigan. It's wild.
Yep.
And check us out on YouTube, Total Offroad Podcast. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Total Offroad Podcast on Facebook. Join the Trail Riders group, Total Offroad Podcast Trail Riders on Facebook. On IG, you can find us at Total_Offroad_Podcast. You can find me, Steve, at my personal page, low_KEE_XJ. And you can find Ian at Offroad_Ian. Also, check out www.totaloffroadpodcast.com. And if you've got a TikTok, I put some stuff up over there at Total_Offroad_Podcast.
Check out the Trail Riders page on Facebook, too.
Yeah, I said that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I was drinking my last of my beer, so I wasn't really
reiterating. It's not
words.
A problem.
Nope.
Yep. If you haven't yet, go join the podcast or go join the Trail Riders group on Facebook, because there's some cool stuff going on there. That's where we get to see all of our awesome listeners. And talking to you guys personally is way better than not. Is that it?
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the trail.